If I push the front camera button once, it's going to show the front camera. If I push it again, it's going to show the factory reverse camera. And if I push it again, it's going to go all back to factory, which is great. Stop hitting parking blocks and parking curbs all the time. I know you guys can't see in the front end of your Toyota vehicle, but today we are here to solve that with our BeatSonic front camera interface. And we've already installed this type of interface before already on my own personal vehicle, which is the Toyota Corolla hatchback, but this is a Toyota Corolla Hybrid. So something's a little bit different, but it's mostly all the same and it's pretty easy to install. I'll show you guys how it's done.
Hey guys, front camera installation for Corolla Hybrid hatchback. Main difference, take a look, big old battery. Grommet, same location, all the way up in there. You see that rubber noose right there? We're using a BCAM11 since it's a honeycomb grill. Just kind of wedge it in there, and then we provide a little Allen wrench to secure it, and it should look like that. Once you feed the wires through, you reach your hand all the way, and then behind the crash beam underneath, you should be able to stick your hand in there and feed it through. But now I got to plan how I'm going to route this. We'll follow this. We'll tag the harness here. We'll grab it right here. We'll probably grab it again one more time right here just to make it cleaner. It's going to be on the right side of the horn when you're looking down, right over here. If you could actually see very, very faintly, you see where that wire loom ends up going? It actually ends up going under here, and it actually comes through there, right behind the headlight assembly. So I'll find a way to fish that through here using our grabby thingy-majiggy. All right. Wiggle, wiggle. If you feel a little bit of resistance, oh, look at that. Underneath the headlight, underneath right here. And then first thing we'll do is we'll probably just tag it right here with that slack there. Yesterday I did sharpen this a little bit. Driver's side footwell. Let me just puncture through. Oh, look, see it? See it? And of course this kind of grommet came out with it, but after I route it through, I'll pull it back. And just to get the cleanest route possible, we're always going to hug the sides of the engine bay. So we're going to go around the fuse box and then right underneath the brake reservoir and hug the back alongside the brackets there. And then that'll let us access the rubber grommet in the back. I'm just going to take the ground and power supply, access the left side of the radio where the driver's side kick panel is. That'll let me access the plug where we went through the grommet with. Then I'll go ahead and tie it up to the throttle plug just to secure it. And that's that wire over there. After that, we're going to clean up the zip ties and hand it over to Ben.
Alrighty guys, while Eric was working on the engine bay side, I'll explain to you guys what I go ahead and did inside the interior of the cabin. So if we pan over to the left here, there's a new aftermarket front camera button here that's nice and OEM with the factory blanks. And pretty much you'll pull this panel down, insert our blank switch, and route it all the way underneath the steering column here. And this is where the radio is. So just go ahead and make sure you wire it all the way through, zip tie it nice and clean. And this is the switch that we really need. And here I've already connected connector B to the back of the radio and to the factory wiring harness here. The customer actually has our ENA amp already pre-installed, so everything all works and is plug and play. You're just gonna have an extra wiring harness back here. The order of the connectors do not matter. So all that we're missing from the CS10B is just the connector A harness. Alrighty, so Eric has now passed me on the connector A, and as mentioned, it does connect to the ENA amplifier harness here, or what was originally here. So you probably might not have this if you don't have our amplifier. You'll just remove the factory 28-pin connector here, and from here, I'm going to use connector A and connect it to the ENA harness or the factory harness and connect it back to the radio. Alrighty, and here is our CS10B camera selector module from BeatSonic ourselves. And so from the two RCAs from connector B, the right angle will go to the backup camera, and the straight RCA will go to the output here. And then the front camera will be connected by your front camera's RCAs. And then from connector A does have this power wire, which goes into here. And then as mentioned, the switch button connects right next to that. And if you guys want a full proper installation video on step-by-step, go ahead and be sure to tap on the top right-hand corner on the info card for a full step-by-step video on how to install this into your own Corolla. All right, and to power our aftermarket camera, we're gonna be using this Posy tap here. We'll be tapping it along connector A here with this other red wire. And how this works is pretty much you slide this wire in, and on this end has a little pokey thingy that's pretty sharp. And all it's doing is just tapping, literally tapping into that wire for power. All right, and after Posy tapping the power, let's just go ahead and electric tape it up. And then your camera normally has a ground tube. And if the length of the wire is not enough, you can always just strip some more.
You grab the little tips here, you give it a nice little pinch, you bring it right down. You could grab a ring terminal that could fit right in here. So don't worry about it covering everything, it just has to cover the screw. And then once you get that, we poke that through right here, and then we clamp it.
Already after Eric has gifted us with a ring terminal, I've removed the 8mm bolt off of the radio here, and it does fit into the factory bolt, so I'm just going to bolt that back in. You can use the same ground as the ENA like this customer did, but since the ground wire is coming from the driver's side, I want it separated on this side instead. Now that everything is plugged in, let's just go ahead and run a quick test, and I'll plug back in all the factory connectors, making sure everything is all working, and we'll test out the camera angle. All right, we'll push it first to go ahead and view the aftermarket front camera we just put in. Beautiful. And we'll push it one more time for the factory reverse camera. Sweet. And we'll push it one more time to go back to the factory screen. Beautiful. Everything is working. Let me just double check that audio is working, and just off that beep alone, I can already tell everything's working. Look at that. With our amplifier all installed. And yeah, let's just go ahead and tuck away everything. There's a lot of wiring back here, so we'll need to tuck away everything nice and neat. And yeah, let's do that now. Sweet. Now that we've cleaned everything up, let's go ahead and mount the module. If you guys don't have some foam tape, you guys can also use some 3M double-sided sticky tape. And there's actually a perfect location. We're actually gonna be mounting it right here where this reservoir is. So right there is where we mounted the module, and we're gonna put some extra wires there and tuck it in nice. Make sure you guys put all the factory connectors back. Otherwise, you might receive an error message or something might be wrong. We'll tuck away all these wires nicely behind the radio. Sweet. Righty, just make sure once you put back in the radio, all the holes align. Let's go ahead and put back the vent, and then we'll put back the climate control panel, which is just one connector back here. And last but not least, we have this cover panel here. Very, very easy. Same thing. Line up all the clips into the holes, firm push. Beautiful. Alrighty, now that everything is put back together, and if I push the front camera button once, it's going to show the front camera. If I push it again, it's going to show the factory reverse camera. And if I push it again, it's going to go all back to factory, which is great. Now that the front camera is fully installed, you don't have to worry about parking crooked, and you can finally watch out for that front parking block wherever you go grocery shopping. And that's all for today's video. If you guys like it, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, helps us out a lot. And if you have any questions or anything, leave a comment down below. But we're happy to help, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.